Good morning, guys. Today is, I don't know what the date is. I think it's like the 9th, September 9th, day 11 for us on the Camino here. And it's a brisk mid-50s, about 55, 56. We've got a short day, 10 miles, only one town in between here, Navarrete, and our destination, which is Najera. Sorry. So just one little town and a nice cemetery we've read about. So we'll see what we see. And I think a bunch of vineyards.
Oh yeah, we're going through vineyards.
Bunch of vineyards. Buenos dias, buen camino. When you leave a town, they put the little cross mark. It says, "Don't do this town." That means you're leaving town. Walking up on a cemetery. We're doing a little road walking this morning for a little bit, so apologize for the noise. But this is a cemetery. It's relatively new. I mean, speaking for Spain, it was built in the 1800s, but a lot of the building material here, we'll see if we can see it, was salvaged from a building down the road that was built in the 1100s. So see if we can see some of the facade from that previous building. So here is the facade that was salvaged from a building from the 1100s. Really beautiful. And is the entrance to the cemetery. Relatively new, so we're not going to go in, but still very pretty even in there. Mausoleum wall over here. Start of the vineyards for today. Looks like they go on as far as the eye can see. Coming up on Ventosa, which is, I think, basically our only stop for the day. Pretty limited towns. And looks like a neat little coffee shop. I see Fruteria written on it, but it looks pretty fancy. Oh, and then right around the corner, as always, at the top of the hill is the church. So we'll see about going past that as well. Noticing as we walk through these fields how fertile the ground is. Let's see if I can find some of these aisles and zoom in. Look how fertile this ground is. I would hate to have to till that. We're here in Najera, and we are in the Old Town section now. You'll notice in the background they have these kind of like sandstone cliffs, and so there was a king that was coming through here, found a cave, said, oh my goodness, we need to build a church right here. So they built a church with a monastery based around that cave. I'll tell you a little more of the story in a little bit. This is a museum of archaeology, I believe it is. This little square is like an Audubon. So, sorry about that. And then around this bend, I think, is the actual monastery. It might be this right here. Oh, yeah, this is the entrance to the monastery here. In the background, you'll see these sandstone cliffs. So the story goes that there was a king that was coming through the area, found a cave, and his falcon flew into the cave, and when he chased his falcon in there, they found he found his falcon and a dove sitting there at peace with each other, just sitting there next to each other. So he decided, oh, and there was also a statue of the Virgin Mary and baby Jesus hidden in this cave. So he decided this is where a church needed to go. So he immediately commissioned a church to be built here. There's a church behind us, but this is an old monastery, and evidently in this monastery is the cave that he found that we should be able to go into from inside the monastery. Each of these has a little chair that flips down with the various face hand carved. I'll tell which this meeting room is later. Okay, within the monastery, I gotta be quiet because there's people walking around. We got burials of people here, just the royalty of the area. The kings evidently did a lot here. And this is the entrance to the cave, which is the reason that the monastery was built here, or the church was built here. And this is where the king's falcon met up with the dove, and they found, I guess, this statue. And that was why the king decided the church had to be built here. This is inside the cave part.